welcome to yet another one of our videos for Blue Banana Kids Club. I'm Emily and I'm 10.
I'm Annie and I'm 8 and together we are
the Blue Banana Juniors. As you might have seen our other video, we promised that we'd show you how to colour your fondant. So here we are.
We'll need some mats, but if you don't have like a plain table, then you won't need it. But we've got a white one, so we're using silicone mats. We've got our fondant, of course. We've got some checks to put on our hands and to put on the surface. We've got a teaspoon. We've got the colouring. I've got paste and then I've got gel, just so we can show you the different textures. And we've got some gloves, because especially if you're doing two colours, you'd want to put the gloves on, because when you're colouring, it gets all over your hands, and when you're doing the next colour, it might stay on your hands and it will mix with the fondant. So let's get started.
So we're going to get our fondant. If you're not wearing gloves, then you'd get some tracks and rub it all over your hands. But we're wearing gloves, so we're fine. So first we get our fondant and play with it a bit so it gets soft and warm and easy to handle.
I've got to stretch it and fold it like kneading it. You've got to knead it, which makes it warm. In case any bits have gone hard. So once it's warm
and nice and soft,
you've got to cover your board in Chex or corn flour or just flour or self-raising flour, anything like that.
Icing sugar.
Yeah, anything like that will be fine. It's just so none of your fondant sticks to the board.
Quite a messy job.
Now then, time for the colouring. So you've got to get the end of your spoon. So you've got to open it up, the pot up, and then you get the end of your spoon and then put it in just a little bit. You've got to put a little bit at a time because they're quite strong colours, and then you keep adding a bit more if you need to.
You could use a toothpick for that.
So, how to mix it together? You can knead it to mix it together, or you can roll it. What you do is you roll it and then you fold it all over. You roll it and then you fold it over, or you could do the kneading way. So I'm going to do the roll it and fold it over way.
Okay, so for the gel, you open it up, if you can. And then you put a little bit on the end of your spoon, on the spoon end. The trick with colouring fondant is build up on it. Don't put it all on at once, because otherwise the colour might be stronger than others and it might get darker than you thought it would. So that would be enough for the first bit. And then I'm going to do that. And then, as Annie said, there are loads of different techniques to colouring fondant. You can knead it, you can fold it, you can put bits of parcel, you can play with it. You can do anything. It's your choice. I prefer doing just the kneading.
So it basically, like you're doing a parcel, so you do one side, then you pull the other side, fold it over, and you keep doing every side. And then if you look, it looks kind of like you've just wrapped a parcel. And that bit there.
and the colour is starting to come through a bit. If it's not dark enough, then add more, but not too much, because it will turn out to be quite dark.
Because if you add too much, it might just be that you hadn't mixed it enough and you thought you hadn't put enough in.
So this is a different method of doing it. You stretch it out carefully. It doesn't have to be very neat, and then you fold that bit over, you press it down, then you fold that bit over, you press it down, then you fold that bit over, you press it down, then you fold that bit over, press it down, then you fold that bit over, you press it down, and then you fold that bit over, you press it down, and you get what I mean.
And you want to keep doing it till you can only see the colour. There should be no white. So in mine you can still see a bit of white.
Unless you want a nice streak in your colour. Oh, my gloves are coming off.
It might be easier if you took your gloves off. So I'm just going to put a bit of checks on because I'm taking my gloves off. Just so it's a bit easier when you're kneading it.
Okay, so it's nearly done, but as I said, if you want a streak, that would be perfect because it looks really nice. But if you want it to be like for flowers and you want it to be full colour, then you've got to carry on kneading.
Just to warn you, if you were to do it straight, when you were rolling it out, it would go back. It would go into all one colour. So
some would stay streak, but not much of it.
So I always like to do it all one colour.
So we're nearly there. If you wanted a darker purple than this, then you would add some more in about now, because you know that you've done enough kneading and you're just getting all the white away. So we're going to wrap this up soon.
So now you can see it's all white, it's all yellow and there's no white in it. So now I'm just going to wrap it up in some cling film.
Mine's not done just yet. It's just got a bit of streak. So this is a bit streaky, but that's how I like it. And sometimes it does all mould together when you're rolling it out, so it's fine really.
So when you're putting it in the cling film, you just wrap it like a parcel. If I would wrap it twice just to make sure there's nowhere, because sometimes you might not do it big enough, like I've got a hole there because I didn't do enough.
And I would also take your gloves off at this point, it would be much easier.
If you kept them on.
Okay.
So I'm just going to put another bit on for safety. Just for safety.
I always do 2 layers when covering up fondant. It just makes it more firm and make sure it doesn't go all hard for the next time I use it. So I'm going to turn it over and then I'm going to do the same on the other side.
I do it one way, so first I did it that way, so now I'm going to do it that way.
That's the same with me.
And there you have it, your coloured icing, or your coloured fondant.
And that's how you colour with gel and with the paste.
See you next time when we'll be making our very own cake. Bye!
Jack and the Beanstalk related. Thank you, bye.
Bye.